All right, hey kids, welcome to episode 9 of the 1/6 pack. I am Trevor, that is TJ, that is Tom. I watch you, Capes and Rifles, 1/6 shooter. Welcome to the show. This is our SDCC prediction show. We got a little bit of a new look, courtesy of our illustrious Exclu leader, Jack. Put this together. Looks really nice. It took me a little bit longer to do this, so we're on a little bit late, but better late than never.
Yeah, we're not live. It doesn't matter if we're late or
right. We're not live. We didn't hold anybody's lives up or make you sit there in front of your computer for 20 minutes waiting for us to get on.
Yep.
And if we did, even if we did, that's really sad, man. So yeah. Anyway, but we appreciate it. Thanks. All right, let's get to the brews. I'm gonna go first since I usually pass it to somebody else. I have Goose Island, which is really not something I really pick up often. But it's called Next Coast IPA, and I figured it's not the left coast, but it's as close as I could find, because we will all be at San Diego Comic-Con in weeks, a matter of weeks.
Yep,
that's right. For a very brief show.
We'll probably be doing some sort of live 1/6 pack from there, some sort of recorded thing after we see stuff on the floor. We'll go in and talk about it. You'll see. We'll do something. It'll be really cool. It'll be costumes. It'll be great. Don't worry about it.
All of them worn by TJ.
Right, exactly.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Get ready for Thought TJ.
He's like the Elton John of San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
Tom, what do you got to drink?
Oh, I was hoping to learn what TJ's special was next, but I'll go.
It's special to me, but keep going.
I have San Fernando Brewing Company's Imperial Death Star Stout.
Ooh.
Wow, that's really
cool.
cool.
Is that?
What?
How cool is that? That's really, is that
It's very cool. It's
sanctioned?
I mean, they're using the crawl typography, but not the actual font. So I'm going to say no.
That's a loss.
Probably not.
Wouldn't happen right there.
But you know, I've seen other Star Wars themed kind of beer. It's like,
yeah,
as long as they're not stealing that font, I think it's fine.
Right.
But yeah, it's a stout and it's 9.5%. And yeah, I picked this up. I was going to go with one of the beers I had in my fridge, and then I saw this because I was at Whole Foods yesterday, and they had this. I'm like, well, I mean, we're recording tomorrow.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, TJ, bring it on. Show us how it's done. Show us what it is.
Well, this is only special to me. So this is something that I used to drink a lot of after I came back from London the first time. And like they actually stopped selling it in North America for many years. Recently, I found it. It's Strongbow Dry Cider.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They've been selling like the Americanized version. That's like really sickly sweet.
Oh,
so I was happy that I found this. I had a former coworker buy me a case, and I've gone through most of the case.
Wow.
And
nice.
I have a special glass for it.
Ooh, from your travels?
From my travels, from eBay.
TJ, have you ever had any of the high alcohol content kombucha?
No.
You should try it. If you like the kind of strong ciders that are not sweet.
Yeah.
They do like a lot of kind of different kombuchas and whatnot that like come in a can with like 7% alcohol. I've been buying them because they're like the cider, but they're not sweet, even though they have like, I bought a pomegranate one, but it's not a sweetie pomegranate flavor. It's more of like a dry cider kind of taste. It's actually really good. It's refreshing.
You know, that's what I go for. There's a few available at the Whole Foods that's local to us.
Yeah, check them out.
Like close to 10%.
Yeah, I only got them once because I was at a bar. I was at the bar at Whole Foods. I don't know if the Whole Foods out by you guys have bars in them.
Wow, no.
Here, yeah, they all have like restaurants and bars attached. And so the guy I was sitting next to ordered one, and I was like, oh, what? And we were talking about it, and then he ordered me one to try, and I tried it, and I actually really liked it. Because I was doing exactly the face that you're making right now, Trevor, where you're just like...
I don't even like saying the word kombucha, so, you know.
No, I know, but let me tell you, it's good.
All right.
You hate it.
I'll take your word for it.
You hide your hate so well.
I know, right? I know. I'm a mystery wrapped in a riddle. All right, so yes, this is us. Just getting used to this new layout, but there we are. That's our socials. Check us out. We're on episode 9. We have Brews and News, which we've just done the brews. We'll do the news. Got some Spider-Man stuff, of course. 2 days away. Who's got tickets? Everybody going Tuesday?
Oh yeah. I wish I could go because I mean it opens at noon. This is
I
like the first
know.
time- It's like a Tuesday at noon. I'm like I'm at work, but I want to go see it, so I'm going to stay off Instagram all day.
I know. Well, it comes out in Japan,
Yeah, they always get it like a day
like
early.
today or
Ugh.
tomorrow. So yeah, you definitely stay off the internet.
Did it come out in Hong Kong already?
I've heard, not
know.
spoiler free, that it's amazing. Like
Yeah.
really, really good.
I heard it's
People
really
are
good.
saying next to Endgame, one of the best Marvel movies that's out.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, for me, I wouldn't put Endgame in my top. I mean, I loved Endgame.
I wouldn't either, but I mean, I guess the hype, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know a lot of people are like, well, Infinity War and Endgame are the best they've ever done. I'm like, okay, maybe I could see that approach, but not for me. But yeah, I hear it's really good.
Yeah, I hear it opens up. It's not just a filler. I really expected it just to be sort of a filler, wrap up everything. It says it's setting up new stuff, so it's awesome.
I mean, they're saying it's the last of this. Everything that's come before it is like the end cap. So if it is
But
the end
opening
cap,
up new stuff, though. It's
right. But that's it. If it's going to be the end cap of everything, it does have to start prompting what comes next. Otherwise, why continue?
Right.
I mean, you're not going to keep this shared universe thing going. You've got to
Right.
start using the next stuff. To
We've
come.
already, people who are complete non-spoiler people have already tuned out. They don't even want to hear that. They don't even want to hear that it's good.
Well, I can bet you this podcast won't be up before.
True. Well, yeah, true enough. Probably not. The way my night's going. Anyway, and then we have some San Diego Comic-Con predictions from all of us, and then each one of us is going to take a shot at our long shots for SDCC. So let's get going because there's a lot of news, a lot of Spider-Man news. Stealth Suit Spider-Man came out 235, 305 for that awesome base, Molten Man.
That base is amazing, but not
is
for
amazing.
that price. Not for that price.
No,
That price is
that's what
insane.
I'm thinking too. What's your take, TJ?
I love it all. I agree with Tom. The price is a little high for it, but like I'll definitely end up getting it.
You're all about
Will you
the
get the
base?
basic or would you get the deluxe with the
Oh,
base?
the deluxe.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, like now I thought about just getting the basic and just maybe buying like the deluxe base secondhand from eBay a few months from now.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's going to be like much more crazily
This
priced.
is the guy
Yeah,
with
for
limited space to put this stuff too, and you're gonna get that giant ass base to put.
I'll find it. I'll find a place.
Kitchen
Where
table.
there's a will, there's a way.
Kitchen table's open. Yeah, illuminated stand. It looks amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, the 305. Here's the thing, man. Jack and I were talking on one of the other shows about the SH Figure Arts. I can't get behind this stealth suit. I don't know what it is.
I like it. I mean, in terms of, you know, every movie, every iteration of these characters that we see, they have to do something new for toys, for everything. It's cool. It's something different. Spider-Man in the comics changes his suit every couple of like issues, and then he'll always go back to the original. So I'm fine for this like one-off thing. It's a cool figure for the people who want like kind of like a stealthy looking Spider-Man, but it's not one I personally need. But
No, it's not Spider-Man enough for me. And wait a minute, is Spider-Man now changing his suit every few issues in the
he
magazine?
changes. Oh man, when Dan Slott was writing it, he had
Oh,
a new costume. I want to say every like 2-3 issues.
Oh man, so
But it was-
I grew up on the stealth suit when he first got that in Secret Wars, and I mean he kept that forever. He kept that for a
black
very long
costume?
time until
Yeah.
he went back to it.
Well, so they were doing a thing where every new battle, he needed some kind of edge for the battle, so he would design a suit for the edge.
yeah.
So we got like, you know, within the course of a year, I want to say we got like 6 or 7 new suits. But underneath it all, or the next day, he would always don the classic red and blue at the end of the day. You know, like that was his main. But for specific instances, he'd wear these other.
Right.
Suits. He has a, you know, Iron Man armory, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, which is Hot Toys will as well very soon. They're already building it.
I'm okay with it. I see a lot of people bitching about it, but I'm okay with it. I like it.
Will you be picking this up?
Not the stealth one, no.
Yeah.
I have my.
Spider-Man, if it wasn't for the eyes, this could be just a special ops soldier. I mean, it really doesn't, you know, and the webs obviously, but yeah,
Honestly, they threw like a shield icon in that little circle that I don't know. what the
yeah, I'm
purpose of
wondering
it
if
is
that's
yet.
what's going to happen, or an Avenger. Well, I guess it would be Shield because Shield built it for him. So
Yeah, I mean, so I want to know like what that happens with this. But I think it would have been cool if it is like, here's the agent of Shield Spider-Man, and here's the shield emblem.
That would have been a better selling point with that name. I mean, this thing looks really cool. I mean, that's a pretty sick way to display this thing.
This is my favorite thing about this release, actually, is this base.
I know. I really wish it wasn't with this suit. I'd even pick up the dark suit if it was with this, the black and red. But
I'm actually shocked that the black and red one didn't come with like a Hydro Man base. Or
I
like
know, right? Why not? I mean, why not have all the elementals?
$420 or something like that.
No, yeah, that's true.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, this suit, if you were to strip away the multi-man base, it's really a very basic release. It comes with like what? Like 4 different hands and then just some eye changes? Not
There's
even
no
a head
sculpt, right?
Yeah,
there's no head sculpt.
There's no Peter Parker head sculpt? I don't remember.
Nope, it's just his eyes underneath the mask. No.
Oh.
It's actually the same amount of items that come with the movie promo edition Homecoming suit.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why this bothered me, the price point for this, is because that movie promo edition one came out at $205, and I'm like, that is a great price for a pared down figure. And then this came out at $305. I'm like, that's $100 for the base. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. And I don't know, the more I look at this up close, I don't love the material that it's made out of. I don't love.
It looks like, TJ, correct me if I'm wrong, because I think you have this guy too, is the concept art Captain America suit.
Yeah, there's definitely elements to that.
Like the material, at least, that they're using, it looks like that more forgiving, stretchy material.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like that material.
Yeah, it's the straps and things like that. Like, I know all those military figures, the straps, these look like they're done pretty well, but I don't know. They just always look.
You know what it reminds me of? You guys probably know this character just as well. Is like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what everybody said. Yeah, I think there was a parody of that on some.
Actually, you put the Hot Toy Snake Eyes head on this body and it'd be pretty dope.
Yep. Skinny Snake Eyes.
Yeah, skinny kid Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I mean, other than the eyes, though, I mean, there's nothing here that says Spider-Man. I would have liked to have seen some sort of pattern built into the chest armor or back or something that designated him as Spider-Man. I mean, if you're going to bother putting the eyes like that, it's like, hello, hi, I'm Spider-Man.
Here's the thing.
You're hiding the fact that you're Spider-Man, you know?
This is a scene from a movie that none of the three of us have seen yet, or it's like from a movie. So who knows? It could be one of those things that in the movie, it ends up being the coolest freaking thing about that movie. And then after that, you and me, Trevor, because TJ's already on board for it, might be singing a completely different tune.
This is what I've been saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I said in the SH Figure Arts review. Maybe the movie will change my mind. Maybe I'll see it and I'm like, oh my God, I got to have that. But
yep,
we'll see. So this is everything you get with the standard version. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is everything plus the exclusive.
The standard never went up for pre-order though, correct?
Did it not?
I never saw it.
That's odd.
It's just it's a deluxe only edition.
But they have a standard version.
I have not seen a standard version.
I don't know. I didn't look. I didn't bother looking because I knew I wasn't going to pre-order.
I feel like I saw the standard version for sale on the TOYZ Wonderland Hong Kong Facebook site.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that legit?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of words for it to be a legit thing.
That's what I thought.
I'll send you a link to the store. Luck, joy, toy shop.
I got something from. What did I get from them? Advanced Suit Spider-Man. Got in a week.
Okay,
nice. And as well, we got the upgraded suit.
Those web wings,
I'm probably not going to order. What's that?
Those web wings looks like weird. They look like mosquito netting.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like some sort of new Ziploc freezer bag or something like that. I don't know. It's not. I don't know. It's hard to tell from the pictures here. I don't know what the material's like.
It's going to be that hard.
Personally, never been a fan of the black and red suit, but I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. 251. They do have a new unmasked sculpt that we don't see it. They're blurring it out for the time being because it's not done.
One of the things that stood out to me, and I'm glad you're still on this picture, don't switch to the next one yet, is the fact that it looks to me from the shots that they've shown, this is a different Tom Holland body that they're using. That leg on the superhero landing pose is going much higher than what my Tom Holland Spider-Man.
At the thigh, you mean?
At like the waist area, and like the fact that he can bend like that without it looking really awkward.
Somebody pointed that out. Maybe it was you. I don't know. I posted
it on Instagram. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, maybe that was where I saw it. Yeah. Yeah, that is where I saw it. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's a pretty nice pose to get out of that.
Which that inspires me with hope that, you know, when he does get the next suit or whatever comes next, and maybe they'll go back to blue and red.
I'm not loving the way this is stitched either. Like, look at the shoulders. Like, it's almost like they just patched some leather onto the. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not loving this. But I never liked the black and red suit. So these glasses. Let's talk about this. TJ, what do you think? What do you think? Is this
I like it.
Done?
Done.
Really?
I knew it. I was going to say my prediction was TJ's already got this on pre-order.
It's Spider-Man. It's done.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
I gotta say, might feel different after the movie.
That's a nice.
Let's say October. Yeah, it's Q4 2020. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, they're going to be in 2025 before you know it.
Crazy.
I will say, like, I like the suit. It's not a suit that I like more than the Homecoming one, so I don't see a personal reason for me to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like it, and if the body is different, I do think that I could easily recommend this one over the Homecoming one, just based on the fact that you can pull off more Spider-Man poses.
Mm.
And I think that's cool. You know,
how possible is it to get these outfits off and to swap bodies? Impossible.
God, I think it's impossible.
Is it?
I mean, I don't know, because it's skin tight.
If somebody parted this out and you could buy the body if it is a new body and put it on the old. Well, so do you think they just used it for this and they went with the old one for the reissue of?
The reissue looks like it's exactly the same, at least for the pictures that they've shown. But they could have been using old pictures. So who knows? Yeah. Also, the stealth suit, I went through. So as the Spider-Man releases have been coming out, my biggest gripe with the Spider-Man is the Tom Holland body that they're using. So I've been kind of like nitpicking every photo that they've been posting.
Mm-hmm.
The stealth suit looks like it's the same as the older bodies, where he won't be able to do like a whole hell of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the first time I was like, okay, this Spider-Man is lifting his leg higher than the others. So I don't know.
Gotcha. I don't know. No, okay. I guess we're not to the accessories yet. Yeah, but that's a hell of a thigh.
Yeah,
there too, and a twist of the torso. It's nice. I mean, that's a Spider-Man pose. That's nice to be able to get that out of one of these things.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I wouldn't leave that in there that way for more than 20 minutes, but you know,
definitely not. I mean, it's funny because like these are great poses that this guy can do, but it's funny that to me, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure that they came out with years ago can do way more than any of these bodies can do. So I don't understand why they switched the body. I mean, I guess he's probably smaller than the Andrew Garfield styled body was.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Just body type reasons, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
And there it is. Looking good.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, that's a hell of a stretch there too.
Yeah. Wow. Like I'm actually tempted to bust out my Spider-Man right now just to see
if you could get that.
And I'm like, you won't even get like even a third of the way up.
TJ, you have the Homecoming, the first version, or
the Homecoming and the homemade suit.
Gotcha.
Now the homemade suit can do
everything.
Oh yeah.
Much more. It's all cloth.
Yeah.
I see. Now I didn't find that the limiting thing for the Homecoming one was the suit itself. I found the limiting thing was the body under the suit, because like the suit still allowed me to stretch it, like it's stretching material.
So here's what you get. What's the deal with the glasses?
They're Tony Stark's glasses.
Oh, they're Tony's glasses.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I like that on the very first slide. You had glasses with like 4 question marks. I'm like, what? It's Tony Stark's glasses. It's probably like an encoded message in there for when he puts them on.
I did not recognize them as Tony Stark's glasses.
My thought for additional accessory actually was like, you know how the Arkham Knight Batman came with Barbara Gordon on like a screen?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it's like an attachment for the glasses of like Tony Stark. Leaving a message.
Maybe Ned.
Hologram, yeah. These are Google Glass glasses. Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be hologram Ned. That's what the
hologram Ned kneeling before.
Yes.
Happy or something.
Oh no.
That's the same exact phone from the PS4 Spidey.
Is it?
Yeah, just without the screen on it, because the PS4.
Those web shooters always look like that.
No.
So that's a brand. The one with the wraparound is a new one.
Okay.
which is exciting to see. The rest look exactly the same as the other one.
And I like that you get the loose mask. That's nice. That's a nice touch.
They did it the last one too, but
Good,
yeah. I do wish they had a hand that actually looked more like it was actually grabbing it, because it does look like he's just kind of like palming.
Yeah. Weak. All right, let's get into it. So Asmus TOYZ announced last week that they're doing, I think it was last week, maybe a week before, doing a whole new line called the Crown Series, kind of their DX take. These are going to be a lot of hand work. I mean, the hair on this is glued from what I know. So that, having done some of that work, I know, sure not well, but and I'm sure they have faster techniques, but it takes a lot of time to do this. And I think it's Shand, the guy who sculpted this, actually has a hand in the whole thing. He's the producer. He's having a hand in getting the paint jobs done in the factory and things like that. So it's hopefully it's going to live up to this. I mean, that shot on the right there, that sold me, man. Those eyes, it looks amazing.
That's Ian McKellen.
Totally Ian McKellen. It's amazing. So new sculpt, $350. That's considerable. But at least, you know, TJ and I, having done customs before, to have someone take an unpainted Ian McKellen sculpt, and a lot of people were using that knockoff Magneto sculpt from X3 or something like that, and hairing it like Gandalf. And I mean, you're paying $350, $400 just for that anyway.
It's funny. I was talking to Sabrina, friend of the show, who was on episode 2, I think.
Hi, Sabrina.
And she was so. When this news came out, the price, I posted, I'm like, that price is, you know, something along the lines of it being insane. Everybody was like, yeah, man, oh, wow, that priced me out, that priced me out. I was getting all those DMs. And then here comes Sabrina. She's like, that's a really good price. Like, if you were to get this, like, repainted and rehaired and whatnot, she's like, that's a steal. And I'm like, you know what?
Guarantee you the Doctor Strange that she has.
Oh, yeah.
That's at least a 350 head right there.
I think you're being quite generous. I think, yeah.
Possibly, because she had it repainted. Movable eyes. I don't know if it's like exactly like PERS. I would hope that they move in unison, because it's a real pain in the ass to move them.
Do PERS move in unison?
Most of the time, they have a little piece in the back
separate,
next to, and they move. You move the piece, and they move the eyes left or right or up.
I only have Hulks currently,
and he doesn't.
Right. So you know, because you have one now, they're individual, so you could do like the eyes looking that way.
Yeah, with Sean Hulk, I guess could work. I don't know, but
really, how does it work?
I don't know. Guess you could have fun with it, I suppose.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to pose it for shots or something, it's highly annoying that you can move them just slightly off, and you look at it and you go, something's not right, because they're not. It's not easy to move them.
No, especially not for us Americans that are like gigantic. Like
I know. So the one thing with this is it looks like the same clothing. I suggested to him that they wire the hat. Whether they probably won't listen to me, but whatever. Put my 2 cents in. Everything else looks the same except you're getting the Diary of Moria, which is nice, but supposedly I have it on word from the company that they are going to offer just the sculpt. Now, they said...
I saw it on their Facebook page.
Did they put it up already?
No, they just respond to people out there.
Oh, yeah,
this is the weirdest thing. They respond to people saying, we're going to offer the sculpt to people who have already owned the other version. I'm like, how do you parse that out? Like, do you have to provide, like, the box or something?
I was just going to get that. I'm glad you brought it up, because it's exactly what I was going to say. Like, how do you know who bought this? I mean, you could buy it through Sideshow. It's not like they have it in their database. So I don't know how they're going to limit it to just people who just bought the maybe you have to, who knows? I don't know. Maybe you have to cut the box top off and send it in or something.
Yeah, it's like the old school UPCs to get like the figure.
So 2 staffs, which I believe the first one came with 3, right, TJ? Do you have the first one or no?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
What are the 3 staffs?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Don't even.
I want to know. I just watched the first 2 of these movies recently, so like I don't remember. There being 3 staves.
Yeah, there are 3 different staffs with the first version.
Are they just different power effects, perhaps?
Yeah, I think so. They had them at different times, or maybe one was the same and had a different stone. And I don't know. I'm not that much of a Tolkien nerd. I'm kind of
Get
that,
off
but
this
I don't know
cast.
that much.
Get off this cast.
I'm almost embarrassed to say I know the name of his sword.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Flamdring, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But do you know who like used it prior to him?
I used to know. I don't anymore.
King Turgon of Gondolin,
Very good.
the Hidden Kingdom.
TJ, you now run this cast.
Yes.
Let's go. You're on. You take it over from here.
Yes.
So new hand sculpts, which will be nice, but
Were the hands bad on the last one?
I just think they were
Not painted well?
they were still, they've like developed a lot of stuff over the last few years. This was a really rough. I hope they fixed the boots. The ankles were terrible on this figure. The boots were a little clunky looking. So hopefully they fixed that. Yeah, the hands just looked a little like rough.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So hopefully they really.
I only hope that now owning 2 of the Asmus Lord of the Rings figures, I hope that they're not hard plastic hands. That's like my one gripe with like Gimli is his hands are super like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his were.
So they're really hard to put weapons in and whatnot.
It's really odd. I got to go back and look, but
I scratched the hands the first time I put the X in.
I'm just looking at the
really?
shelf.
Yeah.
I seem to remember that it feels like some of them were different. It feels like Asmus has gone through like some different plastics too.
Yeah. I feel like Thorin wasn't hard, and yet Gimli's was like, it might as well be polystone or
This
something.
is what I'm getting at. It's very weird the way they'll do things. The Slim Aragorn didn't have movable ankles.
Great description. Slim Aragorn.
Well, he's the slim version.
No, I know.
Didn't have movable ankles. He had a one-piece boot, and if you took the boot off, he didn't even have ankle joints. There was no peg inside the boot. It was just literally stuck on the leg. The only thing that was holding it there was friction, basically. It was bizarre. It was a very strange choice. But
I don't get that. Like, okay, if the concept of 1/6 scale figures just came out, I completely understand all these. Like, oh, no ankle pivot. We're gonna do this weird thing because no one's done it before. We're trying to figure this out.
Right.
But these figures have been out forever now, and like, there's a way to do it.
that was on Sideshow figures in the late 90s, man. That was like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's old. So yeah, those hands look really, really nice. Kind of the knotted knuckles there. A little more detailed, I guess.
Those hands fetish people are gonna love this.
Look at those. Look at those arthritic knuckles.
Please don't describe them. I don't want you to describe it all sexual like that's just gonna make this day weird.
Bony and arthritic and twisted and
Stop.
but yeah, it just looks sick. I'd like to see them add some more stuff, but I think that's it. They finally put the final description up, and it's pretty much you're getting the last version.
But for
plus
those
the
of us that don't
diary.
have the last version, though, it's still a lot. It's
Great. No, for people who don't have it, I'm curious as to what they're going to sell. Somebody told me, or they said they were going to try to make it around $50.
no fuck. Yeah, fucking way. I can swear on this cast, right? I forget if
I
Pretty
swear.
sure we do it frequently.
Okay, good.
Which I said, there's no. That's got to either be like a. They know money, so I mean it's not like an interpretation thing. You know what I mean? Like it's a language barrier or something, or a monetary barrier.
But if that's the case, then where's the $350 coming?
I don't know. I don't know if that's going back, and they're very conscious. They're on the group chats talking to people on the chats. And I don't know if they're trying to do this for people who bought the first one and like as a makeup, like
hey, don't worry.
to
Don't get
it up
angry
to
with us because we're gonna like
200
screw the guys that are buying it now by making us spend an extra $100.
Well, maybe that's where the $50 extra comes in selling it to everybody else.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Maybe.
There's $50 built into that to give everybody else who already has the figure ahead. Possibility.
So you guys both are going to get this full release, right?
I think I'm going to get the sculpt. I mean, I'm happy with what I have. I don't need the diary.
I'm
get it
a
either secondhand or I'll.
big maybe.
You're going to get it, the whole thing?
I'm a maybe.
You're a maybe?
Are you?
Okay, so I wrote to Sideshow on Friday because this was popping up on like Big Bad and all that stuff for actually cheaper. It's only like $3.29 on Big Bad.
You won't.
And so like I'm like I need for $320 I need a payment plan, or $350 I need a payment plan. So I wrote to Sideshow. I'm like, are you guys going to get this because I want to pre-order it so I don't miss out and I could start the payment plans now so it's as cheap as possible,
right,
for me. But they're like, of course, after an hour wait, because their wait times are atrocious now, it was like all I got back was, sorry, we're not ready to say anything about this at this time.
Ugh.
I'm like, great. So I want to, but I also can't just say, here's $350.
I know it is a bit. It's a bit crazy that people were jumping on it without even a description of what it came with. I wanted to see if they had upgraded the clothing. If they said that they upgraded the clothing, because their clothing is beautiful. I don't know how much better you can make this.
No, I think it looks great I mean, he wears a curtain. You know, there's not like a whole lot to do with it.
Battered robes, it's their. But who knows? I mean, maybe there's something about the gloves that were on the hand, the little sleeves that go over the hands.
I love that he has like that, that hipster-y kind of kid, like the thumb holes.
Yeah. Well, when you're casting spells, you don't want your sleeves to get in the way.
This makes a good point. Okay, was his sword always that blue? I don't recall it. Maybe it's just like the color grading in the movies, but I don't recall it being like royal blue.
It's probably the color grading in the movies. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen like pictures of it. Yeah. It is pretty much, blue.
Okay.
Yeah. So beautiful. It's definitely a sculpt for me, but maybe.
Yeah, that does look when you put it like that, it doesn't look like you get a lot.
No, and you don't even get like the. I don't know if it was they don't call it a DX, but I think it was the special version came with that stand. They came with a rock. From the standoff. As a stand, I don't use it. It doesn't fit in the DTOF, so it doesn't matter to me.
See, I don't see the difference between those two staffs.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. This is way brighter than the last picture.
Yeah, there's difference in the knots at the top. The gnarled.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, it's weird. I guess if you turned it, it kind of looks like it could be the same, but
yeah. All right, Star Race, rising from having done nothing for a while. They did do that Ninja Batman, which we kind of panned. That zipper, I'm just noticing that is huge. But all right, so it's the Bride from Kill Bill. 210, part rooted and sculpted hair. I guess the sculpted hair is underneath, maybe some roots or something. What do we feel about this, TJ?
You got to speak up.
No, I'm sorry. I'm like letting my disappointment.
Oh, I see it.
Just flow through visually.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, it was a cool character, 20 years ago when I first saw the movie.
Yeah.
However long, but it's not going to get to collection.
It's a cult classic. I mean, it's not Pulp Fiction for me. I like the movie.
I love the movie for sure.
She's the last Starfighter. I'll tell you that much.
Let it go. Tom, what's your take?
I've yet to be impressed by Star Ace, and it continues that trend.
I will give them Leonidas. I thought Leonidas was pretty good. Not great, pretty good.
I almost bought that last week.
Best of the 300 line, anyway.
This just looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's 60% through production. Like, it's not, it's almost there, but it needs, for the $210 price point, like, okay, if you compare that with the Homecoming Suit Spider-Man movie promo for $205, easily your money is better spent getting the Spider-Man. You're getting
Asmus too. I mean, at what was Gimli? $199, $200.
I got him for $180 directly from Asmus.
$180. I mean,
that's including tax and shipping.
metal axes. I mean, the thing is loaded, and this, as we'll see, I think I've got a lineup shot somewhere. I mean, the paint, it looks like it could be a decent sculpt.
Yeah, it's missing a couple like layers of shadowing, and
there's no skin.
The sculpt looks a little too soft. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look like it has like the human texture. You know, like all of our faces are not that perfect.
I will say that the Audrey Hepburn looked the same way. Maybe it's the photography, or maybe it's just that this is a production or a preliminary version of it. But
usually those are the best ones.
Audrey Hepburn, I know. Well, you think
for Star X.
Audrey Hepburn looked better in person than she did. I thought on the. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe
whoever's taking these pictures is like a photo retoucher for like Vogue magazine where they over airbrush everything.
Well, that's possible. They do the Gaussian blur on the face.
That is not a lot of accessories.
Well, that's the thing. Like, come on, the eyeball, that's a throwaway.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, whoever did the
as an accessory, as if
the silhouetting on those hands and the face shadowing. I just want you to move to the next screen because I can't look at this terrible.
I know the sculpting of the hands is terrible. It's just, I don't know. It's
that eyeball looks like a kid sculpted it out of Sculpey.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, you gotta up your game, Star Ace, man. I mean, you've done some really nice stuff, but this is not one of them. It's too bad. Power Girl, Super Power Girl. Sorry. Ace Toys. So Ace Toys was doing what? What did they just do? They also came. They just came out with something else that I think was licensed. Maybe not. Probably not. Chances are not.
So is it kind of like Asmus, where they'll do like an unlicensed thing and then
yes. It may be the case. Damn, I should have written this down, but I thought they came out with something recently too that was licensed. A minor license, but something that was licensed. So obviously 11. This sculpt, I don't know, TJ, did you see the one that was floating around? I can't remember who did it on the customs.
A while ago.
It looks similar. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but it just looks kind of similar in the
really
way that it's not quite nailed. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it still looks really good though. It could just be like that dead on shot looks real good.
Yeah,
it looks better than the Bride.
Yes, that's definitely
it does. And for $130, I mean,
yeah,
big stitching, big zippers. I'm sure the clothing's not going to be the greatest of qualities, but it's a decent sculpt. And if the paint comes out anything looking like that, you could see like just the detail in the skin. Look at that close up.
Yep.
The skin compared to the Bride in the last shot, there's just nothing there.
Even though there's like a lot of JPEG artifacting happening on these images, because I know they're blown up, but like I could tell already that the paint job is better than the Star Ace one.
And this is a young kid too. I mean, like an older person would have even more,
sun does damage to our skin. We'll see that when you look at somebody's face.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm on the fence. TJ, what do you think?
I'm not adding it, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think I might pick it up.
I'm considering Stranger Things is, I'm not even ashamed to say, it's my favorite TV show of all time.
Really?
Yes, of all time. I'm actually in the middle of the second season again for like my fifth rewatch because the
third comes out Thursday.
The fourth.
Yeah.
So Thursday. So I'm very heavily considering this now that we're looking at it.
Yeah, I'm shocked that there is not an official license holder for the show.
Well, I mean, we have 6-inch, but even those, like, they're like, I know McFarlane Toys is doing it, but they're not putting enough articulation in them and stuff like that. So, like, we need the attention to detail that 1/6 can bring to this.
It's very odd that it's very odd.
Yeah, give me a Demogorgon and 11, and then I'm good. Like just a couple of figures. That's all I really need.
Yeah, I really don't need everybody else. I don't really need the whole cast. I do like
Ghostbusters
or anything like that. I just need this. So
give me Dustin and Steve, so I could have the the child father situation. The best babysitter in the world.
Yeah.
Steve Harrington.
Right. So I might pick this up. I said that about the that Joker that the the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and I still haven't picked that up yet, but I think I have to. I've seen pictures of that thing. It looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a couple too. I forgot to include that already. I'm thinking about our San Diego Comic-Con, but I'll get to that later, but I have a DC edition.
Oh, yeah. So this, I just saw this. Like, I've never heard of Lucifer as a company. I only see, like, there's maybe 3 or 4 figures that they have all in this sort of vein, this fantasy, very voluptuous women vein for the most part. I think they have a male figure too, but I just thought this was really nice looking. I mean, it just really looked kind of cool. I mean, $240, $350, you get the unicorn if you need a unicorn.
I think if you grew up reading ElfQuest, you'd love this.
I did. I've grown up reading ElfQuest, actually.
There we go. I know the audience for this figure.
I liked ElfQuest. It was good. Good story. Should do something with ElfQuest. What happened to ElfQuest? Wendy Penny. Very underrated. Anyway. Yeah. You're one of those people. I worked at a comic book shop. I know you people. I know.
No, I worked at a comic book shop, and I judged all you people.
No, so did I. And I would sit there reading ElfQuest, and they'd be like going like, oh god.
You were the same people that went into like the NC-17 section we had on the back. Like either you.
No,
so
I didn't. No,
that was
no,
it.
I did not. No, I did not. I didn't know all the bondage and German peace stuff and crap like that was up in the back.
We kept the ElfQuest books like right along that wall because we knew the people going in the back also were trying to pick up their latest issue of ElfQuest. I'm just
really.
No, I'm just messing with you.
No, I just thought it was just a nice. I mean, the augmentation is ridiculous, obviously, but whatever. They know their audience.
Yeah. Some people on OSR are going to do some terrible things with this figure.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But I do like the sculpt. I really like the sculpt, and I thought the armor was nice and had some nice details to it, and just kind of looked cool.
I mean, hey, you know me. I like anime, so this is very anime, and I like.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, exactly. It is. It does have a very anime vibe to the face for sure.
The armor for sure too. Like, I mean, I watch like a lot of various things, and like that kind of like very highly swirled, detailed armor, which shows more skin than anyone ever going into battle would show.
We used to keep the anime comic books up too with the NC-17 stuff too.
Oh well, there's different types of manga. That's called manga, by the way. I don't know.
I know manga. Yeah, I know manga.
Sure.
Yeah, you read it backwards. I get it. I know. Wise ass. All right. The boy who would be king, who is now a teenager.
Spoilers. Jeez.
Oh, sorry. Well, if you haven't seen it by now, too bad.
No, don't worry. Just follow TJ on Instagram, and he'll post like 1,000 whatchamacallit memes about the end of this show.
Giving everything away. Side note, not really a side note. I was thinking about it when I was putting this together today. Anybody, you guys, either you reading the books?
Yeah.
Okay. So the books take place over like a course of like 2 or 3 years so far. Not even 2 years so far, I think, right?
About 2 to 3.
Not 10.
So he's like,
no.
So he's like 11?
He's going to be a little kid for probably this entire series. So, I mean, if you think about the end of this, all right, there is a spoiler. Here's a spoiler alert. Okay, so turn away, fast forward, whatever you want. If the end, I'll try to keep it as non-spoilery, but if at the end it happened and he was a little kid, what happened at the end, I think it would have felt a little better. You know what I mean? I think it would have felt a little more, it would have had a little more feeling.
You wouldn't expect as much from him by that point. So like when he does become, let's spoil this because we've already spoiled Endgame and whatnot. So at this point, if you haven't seen the end of Game of Thrones, so when he becomes king, you don't question that. Well, why didn't he, warg into the dragon as one of TJ's memes showed? Like, to stop the destruction of King's Landing and like all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
he did nothing.
And I think I'm just more annoyed that he's this almost emo teenager that does this, just sits there and does nothing while everything is happening around him. You know what I mean? Like, whereas if he was a little kid and very, very powerful, but still a little kid, I would have felt a little more sympathy for him and empathy and whatever. And wow, this kid's dealing with a lot of power, but he's so passive. And I don't know. Anyway, I mean, we're getting deep into.
Can we continue on this just for 1 second? Because I want to say one thing. I just want to say, like, I think that with the direction where they went with the end of the show, at least, who knows how the book is going to, finish it all. Hopefully. But it would have been different if they made him the hand of whatever king they chose, because he says numerous times, he's not Brandon Stark anymore. He is a three-eyed demon. Right. So if you are distancing yourself from humanity, how could you then control humanity? But you are the source of all knowledge.
Or have empathy towards anyone,
Exactly. So make, maybe not Sansa, but someone like Sansa, make Sansa the queen or something, and have him be the hand, so he could actually help steer someone with the empathy, someone with the compassion, because he has neither of those two things.
Right.
And if you don't have a king with those two elements, then it just becomes whatever committee he brings on, which, yes, we saw that it's good people. They're really kind of controlling a lot of the people.
Now that I'm thinking about it, this is weird. I just thought about this, but he was trying to find the dragon at the end. Maybe the implication is that he's just going to be another Mad King. I mean, maybe he's just
you think he's going to take control of the dragon to, like, I don't know. He's not an action taking
into the dragon. I mean,
but he never takes action though. Like, he doesn't do
evil, but he's detached. You know what I mean?
That for sure. So, I don't know, TJ, what do you think? Because I want to hear all of what we discussed about Bran, like about the story itself, not the figure.
It's funny. I was just talking about this last night. So the last bit that I read about Martin's plan for the next book is, like, it would take place a few years after the last book. So, like, everyone's had a chance to grow up a little bit. So like, Bran wouldn't be like 10 or 11.
Got it.
Was he 10 or 11 at that point, or like 8? I thought he was like 8 years old.
He may have been younger than 10. I don't know. Like, I've been listening to and reading Fire and Blood, the first 300 years of the Targaryen dynasty. And it pretty much goes, like, in line with everything we've seen on the show. Like, nothing ever ends nicely. Like, everyone's
what's happened before comes again. Yeah, it's just
I didn't expect everything to end nicely. It's just I mean, I was actually okay with the ending of the show. Not the second.
It made sense.
The last 2 episodes before the last one, I wasn't happy with those. But the very last episode, I think they tied stuff together better. It did make sense, as you said.
It made sense that, Jon Snow, did nothing.
Yeah.
Even though he was built up to, maybe be the next king.
Yeah. And his dad died for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I like that kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the whole book. Like when I started reading the book, we're really getting off tangent here, but when I started reading the book, I thought, okay, this is going to be a cool story about a bunch of kids who they all have wolves, and it's going to be like that type of thing. And then it's like, oh shit. Okay.
Oh, the wolves all die.
Yeah. Ned Stark's the hero, and he's, I guess not. Oh, it's his son. Oh, maybe not.
Nope. Yeah.
So, all right, let's get back to this. 198. So 3-0 has had, they're getting better. But even so, like these preliminary shots never seem to live up to the production.
I mean, I hope they kind of do, because I started ordering some. I don't have any of their figures yet.
I hope they start to, yeah.
Yeah, but like, I know TJ and I have talked about this a while. We both have the Tyrion on order, and I'm really hoping that looks even like 80% as good as the promo shots look, because that looks perfect.
Yeah. They've gotten better. I mean, I thought the Hound was really good.
The Hound is great, for sure.
Tyrion was decent. The sculpt was a little off, but the hands were very weird.
The hands are weird on the Hound, too.
Yeah, like the hands are annoying because they don't hold the stupid weapons.
Yeah. I know someone else shooting it. It's like they kind of like a loose grip, so the sword's always like leaning in a direction.
Yeah. I think out of all the ones that I think Arya might be the best one so far, and it's the latest one. So
yeah,
hopefully that bodes well for the things that follow.
I liked Arya, but her hair needed some styling help because it was very poofy.
Yeah.
Like flat.
Her hair looks great. Clothing looks very Asmus-like. It looks nice. If they can pull that off, it looks great.
So does the deluxe come with Jon Snow looking like he's about to make out with Bran?
We're only cousins, so it's okay, I guess.
You can reenact these exciting shots between Jon Snow and Brandon Stark, telling him, "Please tell everybody that I'm a Targaryen. I don't want to say it."
Yeah.
And Bran looking away.
Yeah,
Or just
I know.
looking
You
straight
can
ahead.
pose them right in front of this tree, and you'll be good. That's pretty much all he does. There he is standing.
That's weird. It's really shocking to see him standing, actually.
That's the deluxe version. I think the deluxe version difference is just the head, the warg head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think is great for collectors who don't do a lot of photography. But if you do photography and even an inch of
Photoshop those eyeballs out, and you'll be fine. Who cares?
Wait, what was the price difference between the regular and the deluxe?
Let's go back. $198 and $208. So
Okay.
literally
For $10
$9 for a sculpt. I mean, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, might as well just get it.
Yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else you do with that. Use it for. Nah, whatever.
We use it for exactly that. You can just have him like warging in your case in the background. Oh, what's Brand doing? Oh, he's freaking warging again.
Oh, he's warging.
Yes.
Okay, so anybody who's been on Instagram who follows him has seen JB Hand. Are you watching that JB Hand? Yeah,
Yep.
He's been teasing this thing and teasing this thing and teasing this thing, and it's making me crazy. I've messaged him, it's coming out soon, and there's probably only going to be a handful because I think he's making it by hand. And boom, out of the blue, Young Rich
Someone
Toys
actually thinks of the rest of us.
Young Rich Toys starts producing this shit in Asia, so mass producing, and being very bold about it by calling it Miles Morales. And
I actually had to do some digging to be like, wait, is this licensed? Like, I don't understand because they're using the names. They actually say Spider-Man on it. They say Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Now, if you actually go to, I think it's on TNS Figures,
Yes. That's where
it's being sold. They do not mention, aside from the pictures, they do not mention Miles Morales. So they say costumed teen or something like that. You know,
that's smart of them.
Well, yes, because that's all readable by search engines. So the pictures, not so much. But I mean, they've been doing this. I don't know. I haven't looked at their Instagram. Maybe they're not putting out there that it's in the description.
They say it on their Instagram. Young Rich, pretty sure they say
in the description that it's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yeah.
You know what? I will look while we are chatting.
Okay, so 190. Two versions. You get the battle suit. I will say that I like JB Hand's sculpt of this a lot better.
Yeah, definitely, it's way better.
Yeah, but hey, I mean it's 190 and I can order it now, and it I don't know. Anyway, battle suit.
Okay. In the description, they do say Miles Morales, but they also put like giant. It's Spider-Man in the picture. It's like it says Spider-Man at the top.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But in the description, the readable description, they call him Miles Morales.
Well, even that is like, why would you want that searchable?
Yeah.
Anyway, 8 hands, the ninja size. So there's two versions of this thing. It looks really freaking nice, man.
They're both awesome.
I mean, even the clothing even looks really pretty well tailored from what I can tell. I mean, that suit looks pretty damn good.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that it's not perfect. Like a lot of the close-up shots, there's like a lot of weirdness kind of happening. But like at the same time, if you watch Into the Spider-Verse, the animation style, the art style is specifically not perfect. It's specifically, he spray painted all this kind of stuff onto a different suit. So it looks stylized and right, which is what it's not JB perfect, because JB is oh my god, that figure is
that's all hand done.
Exactly.
I mean, it's all hand done, and he's taking his time, which is fine.
Yep.
You got to know when you're doing that kind of stuff, and I've been on the losing end of that in terms of waiting for a customizer to come up with a new sculpt or an outfit, and suddenly boom. Well, I've done this with, quite frankly, the Bestman Han Solo, which is going to come up later. I bought a custom suit, and now they're for sure going to be out any day now. Before I even get that suit, it's going to be out for Hot Toys. Anyway, but yeah, I know what you're saying. But I mean, tailoring wise, this looks really nice, man. I mean, this is good.
I want to know what the articulation is actually going to be on the figure, because like if that's as compressed as the Spider-Man can go, that's not much.
Yeah.
But that's also just the pose from the one of the original covers of Miles Morales, so that could have been what they were going for,
Mhm.
and not purposely compressing him. So I'm very intrigued.
Even getting the webbing accessories with this is pretty amazing.
Though those look like they are recast at Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Oh, they could be, yeah. They could be.
They look. I mean, those are exactly the webbings that came with the Homecoming.
Yeah, I was going to say that one little shot thing with it that sticks on the wall looks very similar.
Yeah. I do like that they have the interchangeable Air Force Ones and the Spider-Man boots.
Mhm.
So you kind of make him both ways.
Yeah. I guess the sculpt, the unmasked sculpt, has the mask on top. That's the way it is. And the other one doesn't.
Oh, good question. Oh, I didn't even
It's like
think
it's
of that.
sculpted that way.
Yeah. No, I think you're
It's
absolutely
kind of
right.
disappointing because this is the version I really wanted to get, and not this one necessarily.
I do like this one too, though. Like, there's a lot about this that I like. Like, so when this first came out, the picture started going up. I saw a lot of people saying, some people were just throwing out a price like it was true, and I even had people reach out to me on Instagram being like, "Oh, it's $3.99." I'm like, that is insane, unless it comes with both versions, and then it's not as insane.
Yeah, which they probably should do. I mean,
Well,
just-
that's pretty much that price, right?
yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
one
Yeah, it's
ninety-
less than $3.99 actually, but $180.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I do like the kid costume Spider-Man look on this figure. I think
It
looks
is cool. Yeah, it is cool.
I would definitely get the other version myself.
Yeah, I just love that look, and it
Yeah.
looks really good, man.
Yep.
I gotta talk to JB. Like, when's it coming out, man? Or how much is it gonna be? Because
Find out that price first, yeah, because it's going to be like $5 something for JB. He has. I saw so many comic book creators like Dan Slott. Again, he's come up.
Yeah.
Tweet JB's photo, being like, "I would buy this in a heartbeat." Like, so many comic book creators have written about that, and
yeah,
I've seen it pop up in my Twitter feed numerous times from like big people in the industry.
I know. I think it's so cool when people do that. I mean, I get it. You know, I get it. This is a licensed character, and you're stealing. You're literally stealing someone's. You know.
But they're not pushing the license out to companies. Like,
Well, you don't know that Hot Toys has an option this, and we're gonna get to that later. But you know,
correct. That's the biggest question in the room, right? However,
sure, they have the right to this, like if they want it. The
well,
right.
they're
to-
doing the Cos babies, so yes, they
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, right,
have
exactly.
the rights to that. But the question then becomes, why wouldn't you show this knowing that everybody else is seeing this kind of custom fervor? And then when the new Spider-Man live action movie comes out, before the movie's even out, you're pumping out that costume.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this movie right here, this animated movie, has won how many awards? Like, we're talking Oscars, we're talking Golden Globes, we're talking all this stuff. This is the best, I think, one of the best superhero movies that have ever
It
come
really
out.
is. It really
And
is.
give us a tease at the very least so people know to save their money.
Yep.
For yours,
You
if you're
picking
going
this
to.
up?
Who are you asking?
TJ,
But
you picking this up?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
really
know?
wanna see what I want to see what JB Hand's price comes out to first.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
messaging.
I do.
him too.
I do too, and I know this will be around on pre-order hopefully for a while. But my ultimate fear is that I got a feeling, you know, the Red Dead Redemption figure is pushing it. They're really getting vocal about this stuff, these third parties, and really pushing some major licenses now. And being, I mean, hello, Miles Morales, Spider-Man on their imagery. You can't, you know, at least try to hide it, man. You know what I mean? Like Costume Kid or something like that. It's
I think the one good thing they have going for them, though, is that this is a Sony movie, and so far Sony has not shown going after people. Disney goes after people. Well, this is 100% Sony. So
I suppose. If it's made in Korea, maybe Sony's a little gun shy of Korea too. Who knows? I don't know yet. Do we know Young Rich? I
they've
believe
done-
that's a name.
Young Rich is their company. I don't know if it's the sculptor's name or whatnot, but they do have a couple basketball characters. And they did, you know, that hilarious movie, Uncle Drew, that
Yeah,
has
yeah.
like the older. They
I
did an
saw
Uncle
that.
Drew figure,
I
which
saw that.
looks real bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, someone's got to do it, I guess. The thing that scared me though is that Uncle Drew figure is $299.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when this first came out, I'm like, this is gonna be up there.
Yeah.
So happy to see it's not.
I wonder if they're trying to keep. I wonder if that has anything to do with keeping it under the radar. We'll see.
Maybe.
I believe this is Susu Toys. That's what I've called it. I don't know if it's Susu Toys, but
It makes more sense.
I'm thinking this is something you're going to pick up.
No.
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 You're always picking up these third-party Defenders figures.
Always, yeah, always. I have none of them.
Me too.
Yeah.
Didn't you pick up Iron Fist and Power Man?
I only got Luke Cage. I did pick up Luke Cage. I will tell you this. I would pick up this figure if it was the other costume. If it was the costume that she is actually wearing when she's the what's the character? Not the Black Hand, but something when she becomes like the hand. She looks like Elektra.
Yeah,
when she's wearing like the red freaking ninja outfit.
Yeah.
I would buy it in a heartbeat. But it looks like
wasn't a lot of time on the show, right? Though it wasn't that costume didn't have a lot of screen time, did it?
I think that's what she wore all throughout Defenders. Not season 3 or 2 of Daredevil, but
that's right.
The Defenders show.
Defenders is a little forgettable, so you may be right. I enjoyed it, but it was a little. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I think the sculpt is.
The head is 11, right?
Is it?
I think so. I thought so. And the head sculpt looks superb.
Yeah.
I just with that mask on.
What?
Yeah, the eyes are dead on. I think the nose might be a little wide, but I don't know. The bridge of the nose, but pretty damn good, man.
I love the head sculpt. I just wish I do like the fact that the ponytail can switch sides, kind of like Harley Quinn's hair. Yeah, I just wish that the clothes were better. I mean, but $140 for a base model, then you can kind of get better clothes. It's not that bad.
So I was right. You're picking this up.
Probably not, but I have not dove into the Susu. Is that what you're calling it? Susu toys?
Yeah.
I've always said so-so, but Susu.
Yeah, I know. I feel like saying so-so when I see it. Sometimes.
I have not bought any of their figures yet. But
they're also doing they're also doing Matt Murdock, which I don't have on here. I was going to put on a couple weeks ago. I think that's them, right? Susu.
Yes, that is them, and we should talk about that a little bit.
We can talk about it. I don't have pictures of it, but we can talk about it.
That's fine. I mean, I wrote to you before the show because I did not know that it was the stolen head sculpt. So says the original head sculpt creator.
This is what I was getting at with the 11. Yeah, that's what happens with a lot of these things. That somebody will sculpt that, and that will probably. Who told you that?
I just saw it on the.
It was on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I saw it on Instagram. The sculptor. It wasn't Craig Customs, was it? Is that who it was?
Yeah. Craig Customs. Yeah, Craig Customs.
I think it was Craig Customs posted something on Instagram and about the whole situation.
Or really? I didn't.
You know what it was? No, sorry. He posted it on Facebook. A collector posted it on Instagram, and I saw it on Instagram because I'm on Instagram.
I thought Nut Peas made the head sculpt.
Oh, that's who it was.
Yeah, Craig. It looks very much like Craig Customs.
Wait. The Matt Murdock one?
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, it does look like the Craig's Customs one. That was a bit.
Yeah, it's so I don't know if it is. I mean, I don't have the eye for because it's not my own sculpt to see it when it comes out.
Yeah.
It did look a lot like I know Sabrina has.
Well, that's the Craig Customs one. I think she has.
Okay, it looked a lot like her figure.
Yeah,
but mass produced, and I was like, okay, it looks like they just took this sculpt that was out there for a while and then just made a figure out of it. I did not realize that. I just assumed that Susu Toys goes out there and makes deals with the sculptors.
Yeah,
use their stuff.
This used to happen a lot with Redman, right? TJ, they would take some sculpts from people who customizers who were doing 50 or so, and it got to a point on some of the boards where they would know who these people were who were buying them. The guy would sell 50 sculpts or 30 sculpts.
Yeah.
And there'd be somebody on there from China or whatever or Hong Kong, and they would buy one and they would take it and they would just recast it. And you'd see it on eBay 3 weeks later for $40 or something. And it was the exact same sculpt. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's what they're doing with this. I haven't seen an Elektra, so I don't know.
I thought, and this could be absolutely wrong, when this
But I
first
haven't
figure,
been keeping
when
up
this figure came out, I could have sworn that I saw, it might have been Susu themselves, post like in partnership with
Oh.
11. That's why I thought that it was like an 11 sculpt. I could have sworn I saw like a, hey, we're doing these sculpts for this release.
Yeah, I mean, well, that, you know, at the very least, do that. You know what I mean? If you're going to go and rip off a license, you know what I mean? At least pay an artist to do the goddamn sculpt.
Rip off a license together, people. It's what
come
brings
on,
us all together.
come on. Let's all join hands and rip off major corporations. Can we, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I just want to add something about TOYZ. So I got the Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
Really disappointing. Not the sculpt, just like quality of like the body, the ankle pegs.
Yeah.
It's all pretty bad.
Well, you can tell, even just looking at the wrist pegs here, look pretty bad too.
Yeah, it looks, I don't know. I'm also worried of the fact that they're using a seamless body too, because that knows what their quality is.
Yeah, exactly. All right, moving on from super whatever she is, Ninja Lady. And wrapping up with
this is what we're ending on.
Oh yeah, mini figure, which another company I've never heard of. We keep seeing these companies come out of the woodwork, and I have no idea who the hell they are.
Wait, I think I know them.
How so?
Yeah,
I think they made military figures last year based on a TV show called Six.
Minifigure, you did?
I think it was a minifigure.
Right.
It's actually licensed though.
So $150.
It comes with a bench. It comes with the park bench.
It does come with a bench. I'm not sure. Is the bench with the $150 one? I thought there was like two versions or something.
Oh, I don't know. You just have it in your bullet list. So
I think it does come with the bench, though. I think I looked. I don't know.
Park benches. Let me tell you, I looked them up on eBay. Those are like $40, $45.
So there you go. There you go. There's $50, $100 for the clothing. In case you need an old man in the background of your shot.
I don't need an old man on the background of any of my shots. So
saving somebody from a fire or from stumbling down the stairs or something, you could,
I like that weird pornographic shield down there that they had to blur out.
No, I know, of all the things that they need to blur out the shield, because God forbid you see that and like tips you off that, wait, hang on a second. What do we think of this likeness, TJ?
It's not a terrible likeness.
You don't get a say if you don't think this is bad and you think like Loki's is bad. You don't get a say in this, because like this is worse than Loki, the newer Ragnarok Loki.
It's not the worst that I've seen for like a third party, but it's not great.
Right. No, it's a great likeness of an old dude.
Yes,
but is it a great likeness of old dude Steve Rogers?
I can see old dude Steve, but like maybe if old dude Steve came back 10 years later from that scene, I'll give it like a 5.5 out of 10.
His eyes are what lose me on that. Yeah, 5.5 out of 10. Okay, I give you that. That's an accurate assessment.
Does have that leather
with you on Loki
shield though, which could be nice.
That's not a bench. That's just a slab of freaking concrete. That is not what he was sitting on in the movie.
Not at all. Not at all. That's like some park bench in the middle of the city or something.
I could make that out of foam.
I know.
You know what? Now that I know that's the bench it comes with, I'm out. I'm out of this.
TJ was all about the bench.
He looks weirdly proportioned too. I don't know. It kind of looks like a teenager with an old man head.
Yeah, and he's the shoulder. Well, I mean, I guess Steve would have some broad shoulders still, even in his 80s or whatever the hell he was.
The bone structure doesn't change.
I really like that shield bag though, guys.
It does. The shield bag is pretty sweet.
It's beautiful.
I'd have like.
I mean, if somebody came out with the custom sculpt, you'd have the body, so the clothing. If you shoot him from the back on another bench, that's the appropriate bench. Could make a nice shot,
It's not the appropriate bench though. It's just a slab of concrete. That's like, I don't know.
People will call your shit out on that too. They will be like, "That is the wrong bench, dude."
Okay, if you're going to make this figure and part of the cost is going to be the bench, this company deserves to be called out for this. Because this is the type of bench that, in Winter Soldier, when they're running around the pool in
Washington,
D.C., this is the type of benches that's around the reflecting pool there. Right. This is not the bench that's at the compound in upstate New York.
The kind of bench that you can't make off with if you feel like you're making off with. Exactly.
Geography. Whoever this is.
Yeah, you mini figures.
Oh, that's right. Minifigures.
I think is also a licensed name from Lego.
Ooh.
Maybe it's minifig. I don't know. Whatever. All right, moving on quickly.
Okay.
All right, here it is, kids. SDCC predictions, Hot Toys version. We're going to get to other companies as well. TJ, what do you think about these picks?
Oh, those are great picks.
And
I
Great
think
picks.
I think 2 out of 3.
Ooh, which one don't you think we're going to see?
I don't think we'll get Hipster Hulk.
Bro Hulk, dude.
Bro Hulk, sure.
I'm sorry, not Hipster Hulk.
Dap Hulk?
Professor Hulk.
Sure. That's,
Oh, I thought you were going. Okay, sorry. Never mind.
I think Mysterio and Fat Thor.
Bro Thor. That's Bro Thor.
I hate that, by the way.
It's officially.
What do you hate?
They officially renamed Fat Thor to Bro Thor.
It's Bro Thor.
Yeah, that's the face that I made when I read that too. I'm like, get that.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Probably because I thought that was like fat shaming something.
Like, why wouldn't you call it like Dude Thor or something?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Probably because dude might be too much of a. It's inspired by the Big Lebowski.
He looked freaking exactly like him.
Acted exactly like him for half the movie too.
Exactly. So you think no Professor Hulk?
I think if they're gonna make a Hulk figure, it'll be in the costume.
Oh yeah, I don't see him
gauntlet.
wearing this. I see him wearing the costume at the end of the movie.
Like, I don't think Professor Hulk.
I think we're gonna get it though.
So
you do think we're gonna get it, just not wearing the cardigan?
Yeah.
Wait,
now that Iron Man is dead, shocker.
Those glasses that come with the Spider-Man. Those are the same.
Oh, those aren't. Get out of here, you person who does not know Marvel.
They have white. They have white earpieces.
Stop. First off, those aren't white earpieces. That's just a reflection on black.
All right.
Jesus, you're a photographer. You should know this stuff.
I can't see it. It's a very low-res picture. It looks like white.
We'll get you Tony Stark glasses for San Diego or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure your eyesight's good. Can you see that?
I have 20/20 vision, but what was that? Sorry.
Nothing. All right. So, Tom, what do you think out of these? These are actually kind of based on your picks. So I'm assuming you think all of them.
I guarantee, I'm going to put my personal guarantee. I'll even bet money with anybody who wants to reach out to me. I'll bet money we're going to see Fat Thor and Professor Hulk in the suit.
Wow.
At a Comic-Con. And my 90% prediction is Mysterio will see him, but
will we get him?
We will never get him. Because that is Hot Toys' way.
I'm going almost the opposite direction, I think, as you. I think we're going to get Mysterio. Wow. I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to get it. Professor Hulk in the costume, I don't know. Maybe. I don't think we see Bro Thor. I don't think we see it.
Oh, that's the one that's
getting called. Said they're making it.
Who did?
There was a Hot Toys official response that
really.
There we go.
Of course, we're going to make it because people have been asking for it.
That is, if you go to any of their posts right now, everybody's like, "Cool Spider-Man, but where's Fat Thor?" That's like, it's the new "Where's the new Cap head sculpt" thing.
Yeah.
How everybody responds. Fat Thor is the #1 thing.
All right. Okay. All right. I don't see people buying it, but okay.
Oh, I think people will buy it. This guy won't buy it, but I'm sure people will.
All right.
Buying 2.
You're buying 2?
I don't know. I just wanted to say that.
All right. So that's that first section of Hot Toys. Second section. Endgame, Captain Marvel. What do you think? You think it's too soon for this look that we just saw in a hologram, or?
No, she shows up. She rocks this look through the whole battle against Thanos.
With that same costume. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, I think that this is a different enough look. Like some people were speculating that we're going to get the long hair Captain Marvel from the beginning of the movie, which I gotta say I do like that suit better than the suit from the Captain Marvel movie with the flat star.
Somebody here is speculating that actually. But, yeah.
What? I was speculating?
Somebody among us is speculating that actually.
No, that's a different one. They're talking about the Green Kree.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, geez, get your speculations right. I do think that we'll probably see this Captain Marvel. Whether we get her or not, it might go the way of the Valkyrie. I'm not sure, but I think we'll see this at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
All my predictions are for seeing at Comic-Con. Yeah. what we'll get, I definitely think we'll get Fat Thor and Professor Hulk personally, but the others I don't think we'll actually get.
I think they hold off to it for another movie for this.
I can see that too.
Yeah. TJ?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be in the next movie. Although it'd be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Earlier
I
than
love this look.
Avengers 5 or whatever
I
it
bet
is.
you should go with a more extreme haircut in the next movie too, even more so, like the comics.
This did look like a really bad wig in the movie. This is the hairstyle. I know a lot of people were happy about it, but it looked really bad in the movie.
Weird.
It looked
too.
It looked too like soccer mom cut, where it's like really big up top.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a realistic bob cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okoye is a great call. Who picked Okoye?
I put her in there because I can't imagine after all this time now that we're not going to see Okoye.
I hope we get Okoye. I think she's going to be huge in the next.
So cool, man. I mean, come on, you gotta put this figure out. I mean, what else have you had from Black Panther besides Black Panther and?
You got the neon tech Iron Man Killmonger.
Yeah.
Did you see the new pictures of that Killmonger?
No, I did not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it. The new so there was a new show recently that they were promoting a bunch of figures at. And so Killmonger's coming because it's been up for pre-order. It's out very soon. And he was up on display and they changed that and people are hating it.
Really?
It's like neon yellow instead of very subdued lines. And the rest of it's like super dark black, where the other one was very muted and everything kind of blends together like it looked in the movie. Right. But now it's super stark contrast. I don't know if it's the photographer who's boosting saturation and contrast, but if not, oh boy, did they screw that figure.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if we'll see. This might be a stretch. This probably should have been a long shot, but I don't know. She's a very popular character. I mean, I can't imagine we're not going to see.
Head tattoos would look so cool on a Hot Toy. Yeah.
All right. Hot Toys Star Wars Edition. Bestman hand, yes. I mean, it's here. Come on.
That's a guaranteed. And that's also a guaranteed pre-order from this guy right here.
It's killing me because like I said, I bought a custom outfit and maybe I can sell that. We'll see. Because it's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be great as it is. It's not that intricate an outfit that I needed to do.
Excuse me.
It was 2 years ago.
Thank you.
Padme, come on. Yes, I mean
they're going hard on the prequel trilogy right now.
Yep.
So you think that Padme is one that I see called for a lot?
Yep.
Personally, if I were to, I don't want any of them besides Darth Maul. But if I were to see a Padme, I want to see the original, like I want to see all the ornate kind of crazy hair.
You want the gown.
Oh, I want to see the amazing costume design stuff that Padme has rocked.
There was somebody did a custom of that a couple of years ago. I don't think it ever saw the light of day, but it was built by Tinella Customs, I think, and it had the light up little. It was the red gown one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
With the light up things and the around the skirt at the bottom. It was incredible. Looked amazing.
I think this is the one that we would see Hot Toys doing for sure. I think you picked the right one because this is the one that we see us figure arts do. But personally, I want to see, just to see it. And I think I would love to take pictures of it.
Yeah, it'd
the
be amazing.
geisha looking.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But I think we'll see this. I mean, there's not much left from those prequels, I think, in terms of, well, at least the Phantom Menace and, well, this was Attack of the Clones, right?
What's that's Attack of the Clones. What's the, not Sebulba, what's the guy who ran who owned
Anakin?
Yeah, who owned Anakin?
No,
the wings?
I have him.
You have him?
I had Sideshow put him out, actually.
Okay, because I want to see Hot Toys do him and Sebulba. Watu, yes, thank you. I want to see that.
It's terrible.
For the aliens.
Yeah, I know. Well, Sideshow does this really well. It's not a good paint job because it came out a while ago, but it's not a bad sculpt, actually. It looks pretty good.
Because I want to see Hot Toys do. Admiral Akbar was one of my favorites as a kid.
Yes,
and I would love to see Hot Toys do an Admiral Akbar.
Wow, man, that definitely has to happen. Yeah, for sure.
But I'll tell you,
I'd take Sideshow doing Admiral Akbar. Honestly, they could do.
They didn't do one.
No, they could do a decent job of that. They
Yeah.
do a decent job with the aliens. They just don't do a decent job with humans. That's just not their thing.
Yeah.
So
Lando, I would buy in a heartbeat.
it's gotta happen. This is my like 100% guarantee you're gonna see Lando. I mean, he's in.
Especially with him being in the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time to be doing a classic Lando and make it a deluxe where he comes with the outfit from Return of the Jedi, but he's also rocking the ESB look. Because guaranteed they're going to want to do here's our ESB Lando, but then we'll never see the Return of the Jedi. I don't think we'll get two Landos. They're going too slow in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that we're only going to be getting like one or two versions of characters now.
Yeah.
So just do a deluxe on these. That way people can kind of get these things.
Yeah. I mean, if you're starting out with the Bespin gown Leia, I mean, you've got to be starting to move into these things.
Yeah.
It's got to happen. I mean, a major character. You got to have him.
I actually also want to see a Lando from the Solo movie.
I was going to bring that up, actually. So do I. I mean, who doesn't want he did a great job with that figure, and he looks great.
Yes. He looks fantastic. The outfit is so colorful, and it will work so well. How many figures of Han did they do from that movie? Did they do 3? I feel like they didn't
need the Mim-Bomb. I realize the troopers sell like, Iron Man for Star Wars. But I didn't need that trooper. I didn't need that. I really would have liked the Lando. I think I would have bought the Lando. I might have made me buy the hand just to have a set from the movie. You know what I mean? Probably not the Chewie, but we'll see. All right, Wither Poe. Where is Poe? I ask this probably once every other month on Instagram.
I will say, though, I want the new Poe. I don't want the flight suit Poe. I want the flight suit
Poe.
You do?
I do want flight suit Poe.
But you could just put that head on the Luke.
Well, no, I mean, the controls are different. The helmet's different.
You're one of those.
Well, I mean, it's not subtle.
It's pretty subtle.
All right, it's pretty subtle.
Like, look, he's wearing a flight suit from an X-Wing.
You could probably repaint, honestly, the Luke. But, yeah, I mean, I guarantee that's what they're probably waiting for at this point. Yeah. Which is why I put the picture in here. We probably won't see flight suit Poe. And we probably will.
You know what? Again,
Skywalker Poe.
Do a deluxe. Do the Nathan Drake looking Poe Dameron from the new movie, and then give him the flight suit as a change-out outfit. Yeah. I would be all on board.
They have all of change-out outfits, though. They don't do that.
You do it sometimes. Like my Star-Lord came with how many different outfits? Like, come on.
Was it full on clothing change outfits or
everything but the pants?
Everything but the pants. However, my Drax came with both pants, and for him, who doesn't wear a top, it's a full outfit.
Okay, point taken.
Hey, I do have the Red Skull, and that's full outfit.
Okay, all right, sir. All right.
I know it's an old one, but still. Who is this Daft Punk looking motherfucker in the middle of this?
This is Zori Bliss. This is Carrie Russell's character from the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh,
what?
I thought it was a Mandalorian character.
No,
yeah. Wait,
she's not what she is, but we think she's might be working for the good side on this, so we don't know. Or
wait, this is from the new movie.
Yeah, from the new movie, yeah. I think they're going to start teasing him. I mean, they started teasing the Force Awakens figures months before the movie came out. So, I mean, this is, what do we got? We got 6 months coming in when SDCC.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely get a tease. I just don't know enough about that movie to start making predictions. Like, I don't even remember seeing this, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's 2 new characters. I forget the name of the other one who rides those wacky horses with I don't know where she is. But it's possible that we see her too. I don't know. We'll see.
So that's why, I mean, I do think we'll see the Poe in the new outfit is because the new movie is in 6 months.
Yep.
But
this looks like a Hot Toys.
It's cool
character. You know what I mean?
This looks like what Empty Nest looked like, and I expected to see an Empty Nest.
Yeah.
Hot Toys, and we never did. And I would still, man, the 6-inch versions of Empty Nest look amazing. I would love to see what Hot Toys would do with that. I just a side thing. I really hate all those bros who
really push the boycotting of that movie, because it was a decent movie. I really enjoyed it. I've watched it twice now. I'd watch it again, and I want to see the next two movies, or at least one.
Yeah. I'm a weird outlier, and I think personally for me, that's a better movie than Rogue One. For me. So I'm not saying I know a lot of people love Rogue. Some people say Rogue One is their favorite Star Wars movie of all of them.
Yeah.
There's people who like the prequels too. They're not for me, but
Solo for me better than any of the prequels for sure.
Oh, 100%. Solo for me is underneath the original trilogy, and then it's Force Awakens. I'd put above it too, but then it's my fifth. It's
above the Last Jedi
top
too.
5.
Yeah, I enjoyed it more than the Last Jedi too.
Oh, Last Jedi is right before the prequels.
Well, we try to not talk about that.
But yeah, Grievous. General Grievous looks great, and I want to see Hot Toys of him.
I could give a shit about General Grievous, honestly.
Oh,
this is a character I
ain't gonna buy him.
Less about. I don't even like the character.
Dude, how awesome though would a Hot Toys of him look?
Well, this is the Sideshow version, which looked pretty cool, but I apparently couldn't hold itself up.
You know what's funny is I actually thought this was a Black Series picture.
No, it's the Sideshow. Yeah, I still wouldn't buy it. I didn't buy the Black Series one. I don't
Most
like this
would,
character.
Though. A lot of people would.
Don't
I
care.
mean, people out there bought how many Anakins? So why would you not get a General Grievous?
I think that's a dig.
Oh, wait, what?
Subtle dig.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have more than one Anakin? Wait, what's...
Guess I got to have somebody for him to fight. Well, no, it's Ben. I have 2 Ben Kenobis now, too.
Well,
Wait, you got Hot Toys one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What do you think?
I just opened the box the other day. He looks really, I mean, I got the deluxe one, so all that stuff is cool. I love the baby Luke. I'm not sure the sculpt is better than my custom sculpt, though. I don't know. I really gotta sit down and look at them in the light and just like absorb.
What are you looking at them in the dark? Like, what are you doing?
Oh, no. But I opened them up in the basement. I put them up against the. All right, enough.
Wait, hang on. Before we move on, we have not heard TJ talk about any of these, and I want to hear what TJ has.
All right, TJ.
Yeah, whatever you guys said. No, sorry. I was intrigued by the Obi-Wan because I got my Obi-Wan 2 days ago. I opened it yesterday morning. I really liked it. So
what do you think?
What?
What do you think?
Of Obi-Wan figure?
Yes.
No, I like it a lot. I really like it.
He said that before you asked him what you think, and then you kept badgering him. What do you think? What do you think? He's like, I already said it.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm like, what's happening here?
I didn't know.
No, but like the when you brought up Anakin, it reminded me because yesterday I was like looking for inspiration for posing Obi-Wan. I watched Revenge of the Sith. I saw Grievous. I'm like, this would be a cool figure. But what wound up happening is I went on eBay looking for like a cheap Anakin. I didn't quite find a cheap Anakin, but someone I know, Lenny, has a brand new dark side Anakin, and I'm like this close.
The dark side one is nice. Yeah, if you're gonna
can I just rent yours and take some pictures?
I have 3 of them, so yeah, you can take it. It's like a library here for Anakin.
Okay, I'll rent one. I'll send it back to you. I don't want to own it.
Sign out, and that's all you gotta do.
I can't fathom owning that particular character.
It's a good looking figure, though, man. The Hot Toys one is a good looking figure.
Good looking figure of a terrible character. You're absolutely right.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, it's
not the worst character
more emotion than the actual actor.
Series, but
what's the worst character in Star Wars?
Jar Jar Binks.
Easily.
Yeah. Long shot prediction. Jar Jar Binks. Putting it out there.
That's a good one.
Wow.
That's a good one because it's got to happen. And he came around. He came to Celebration this year, and Ahmed Best, super nice guy.
Oh yeah,
really bad for him.
It's not his fault that George Lucas was so terrible.
It's not his fault, but that character was terrible. But yes, it has to be made.
Wait. I have a super long shot prediction then. Padawan Obi-Wan. You got Qui-Gon. You've got Darth Maul.
Yeah, that was my Celebration prediction, which didn't.
You just need him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen for a while. I do think it's going to happen. I don't see that till maybe next year Comic-Con.
Yeah, I think they're stretching that out. Yeah.
They just did an Obi. I think we got to continue on with the characters that don't have representation first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
0. 3-0 will be there, I'm sure.
They
somehow.
always are.
Cool.
Very offshoot, though. They have a very small thing.
That's what they did. Were they even at New York Comic Con? I'm not even sure if they're. Yeah, they do. Not too dumb. Yeah, they do. I think they do. So, Arya season 8.
Instant
Definitely.
buy for me. That's my favorite character of that entire show.
I know. Daenerys season 8. Yeah, I mean, this is a second chance, which I think a lot of people are going to give them.
Yep, this is their big good situation.
That first one was a huge disappointment. Aside from the dragons, if you didn't get the deluxe version, it was just a huge disappointment. So this is a great costume. Hopefully, she'll come with 2 sculpts. Maybe there'll be a warg sculpt I can paint some eyeballs into and use for the first one or something. I don't know. Tormund, I threw this in because this is a popular character, and I got a feeling they're going to make him.
I can see them making him. I mean, they're doing Brienne, so hey, why not?
Right, exactly.
So you don't think Grey Worm is just as popular as Torment?
Grey Worm too, yes. Actually, Grey Worm is a good call.
No one wants that.
Who would want that? What kind of person?
Spoiler for the people that are on our text thread. TJ sends that a picture of Grey Worm probably every 2 weeks. Whether he wants that figure, or
It was the one time. I don't know if other people are sending you pictures.
You just talk about him a lot.
Grey Worms.
I do. Hey, it's all about predictions, right?
I will say 3-0 did say on the brand pre-order post that they did on Facebook that they were definitely doing Arya season 8 and definitely doing Daenerys season 8. So those were very easy predictions for me to be like, well, if they're saying it,
yeah,
they must be ready to show.
Yeah, it seems like season 8 they're just redoing everything. I mean, it's like I kind of feel it's kind of pointless to get all the earlier versions because I may as well have just gotten season 8 of everybody.
They started making figures from the best season.
So bad looking, so the only one they haven't done is Jamie.
They look cool.
They'll probably do a season 8 Jamie.
Oh, they'll definitely do a season 8 Jamie. I guarantee it. That's so just like how Hot Toys gets like blasted for like, where's our Fat Thor? I've been seeing people be like, "Where's our Jamie?" That's like the number one thing I see.
Well, I mean, he's got the gold hand now. I mean, it's just it's going to be a cool looking figure.
Yeah.
But the Hound probably won't be redone. There's no difference there, which I'm happy about.
You skipped over Jorah. They admitted to him too.
I would love.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot who the third one was. Jorah's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see Jorah?
Not for a while.
I don't think he's a rush for them. I think he's like their this time next year, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you got to feel like they're wrapping this up, in the next year or so. I mean,
someone just announced that they were also doing 6-scale Game of Thrones.
What?
Someone posted that on Instagram. I don't know what factual evidence there is behind it, but someone said, "Oh, such and such company is also going to be doing 6-scale Game of Thrones." Blah blah blah, and I'm like, how is that possible? 3-0 still doing it.
I mean, I guess you could, if they aren't based on the HBO series, and you're doing
it could be Song of Ice and Fire.
Take on the book, which would be, damn it, that would be hard to resist if they were good.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Damn it.
I can look that up and I can give you that information after this.
That's just arduous interpretation, though. So I don't know. We'll have to see how those look. Might be interesting, though.
It's true.
So 2 out of 3 of these, I think, are a guarantee.
Yeah, that's a good
wish
pick, though, for a like long shot pick.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on to Asmus. Galadriel, we've already seen from the back.
Yep.
Definitely coming. My prediction for a crown tease is Gandalf the White, which I mean,
really think their crown would be like, hey, you like that sculpt? Guess what?
Here's 2. Here's 2. We just painted the hair. And
that's not a way to impress people. Show people a different version. It's like when Hasbro came out with here's hyper real. Guy wearing armor. Great. That's not hyper real. That's just armor.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is, I mean, it's the easiest way. Come on, you got You just came out with this thing, and you got SDCC coming up, and you want to like make people talk about you.
Don't do the same thing. Do
Gandalf the White. Gandalf the White.
Do something new.
Yeah, you know why? Because there is a custom that's floating around out there that there was floating around for a while in the works before they came out with the Crown Series, and it looks really good. I think I showed you pictures of it.
Viper, right?
Yeah, Viper. But it's like $800 or something like that. So I think they might even do that just to sort of like push that out of the picture too. So I really think we'll probably see this.
If we see it, then we're definitely going to see another Crown Series. I want to see a Crown Series of another figure. I need to see what this Crown Series means outside of just Gandalf.
Correct.
Like, I want to see a Crown Series Hobbit or something like that.
I would love to see that. Yeah, with actual ankle movement.
That's exactly where my head was going.
An Azog. Azog, whatever. We've already seen his torso in the background as well, so he is in the works, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was months ago, if we definitely see him at SDCC.
That's an easy pickup for me. I love the Hobbit movie, the first Hobbit movie.
Yeah, we need the Uruk-hai. We definitely need some more...
some villains.
Yep.
They need to redo, I don't know if they did them or not, but they need to redo some of the Sauron, like not the Witch King, like some of the bigger guys of Sauron's stable.
Yeah. The Mouth of Sauron. I mean, the Mouth of Sauron. I picked that up.
That one looks good, but like that's only in the extended edition of the movies. Like that's not even in the
the Lich King.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly. I want to see them. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Tom. This is yours, and this wasn't really. I just put it in more. This is again Asmus, right?
Asmus. I thought we would see, because they teased already that they're going to be doing V and Dante from Devil May Cry 5. So I'm like, hey, perfect time to be showing off at least one of them. I'm going to guess V because they've already have a couple of the Dantes up for pre-order.
Yep.
The middle there is my thought, like Sideshow's going to continue their comic book line.
Yeah, that's actually a custom from somebody, but I picture that's something along the lines of maybe that head. That head's a little weird, but
yeah. Not that head, probably some kind of midsection articulation somehow.
But the classic Iron Man.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a good comic Iron Man to go with the Thor and the Captain America that they've done already.
I forget who does this custom. I was going to put it down. I apologize if it's yours. I think it was a one-off. It looks good. I mean,
it's using the Hot Toys hands that I actually recognize.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And I out of the costumes and I haven't even, like I said, I haven't played the game, but this one I could totally see them doing based on the Iron Man neon figures.
I think
probably they're saturated a bit right now, so I don't know if we'll see this at SDCC, but you never know.
I guarantee we'll see at least one more costume from the Spider-Man movie.
Which one do you think it'll be?
And I don't think it's going to be this. I'm not going to put money on it, but it's the one that I see the most people calling for. It'll be the one that I would consider getting depending on the material, and that is the 2099.
2099 was the other one I thought about putting in here. Yeah, exactly. TJ, what do you think about that? Are you picking up either one of those, or
2099? Yes.
Yeah, 2099. Yeah.
I would buy, if they did 2099, both, either one. I like the white one and I like the classic one. I like them both, and the classic Spider-Man. Give me that classic comic book Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Those three are easy purchases for me. Any of the others, I'm like, it'll be just like how it is with the Spider-Man movie figures right now. I'm like, that's cool. I'm glad people get a chance to get them. I don't need them for my collection, but great.
Well, Sideshow would have. It seems like Sideshow has the license for the comic versions, right? So you might.
But that is the video game classic version. It's in the video.
I see what you're saying. The classic version in the video game itself.
It's a good excuse for them to do the classic Spider-Man, but under their video game line.
Yeah.
We've seen Sideshow and Hot Toys do the same figure before. Like we've seen Return of the Jedi Luke from both companies.
Mm-hmm.
And, we know which one was vastly better than the other. At least I know which one I think is vastly better than the other.
Yeah.
That's why I do want to see Hot Toys continue to do these.
Yeah. What do you think, TJ, in terms of like seeing another Spider-Man?
Oh, I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
From the game?
Iron Man is, Iron Man's gone. It's time for Spider-Man.
What about the stealth suit? That looked pretty good too in the game. I like the look of that. But do you think they'll hold off and maybe if they actually do Into the Spider-Verse figures, they'll just hold off the stealth for that version of him or something like that?
Trying to
Is this
which
what
one
you
was
mean
the
by
stealth
stealth?
suit?
Yeah, is this what you mean by stealth? The big time
No,
suit?
there was a stealth. There's actually a stealth suit in the game that's more. Or I'm sorry, my mistake. Terminology: noir.
Ah,
Oh.
the noir. Yes. Okay. That's one people I think want to see. I do think that they're going to do noir. I think they're going to do if they show that they're going to be doing
Into the
Spider-Verse,
Spider-Verse, yeah.
it'll be the Spider-Verse version,
Yeah.
which is cool because I mean,
But
he
the
had
noir version in the game looked pretty cool too.
oh yeah, it looked great. It looked way more like the comic.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
All right, so that is that. TJ, take it away. These are your long shot predictions.
I don't know what to take away except these are my long shots.
All women, I would say. All Marvel women too.
I think Captain Marvel it's a good solid bet for the Kree suit. I mean,
Yeah, you think so?
something that Hot Toys is likely to do to milk more money out of us.
You're putting a guaranteed 100%. We're going to see that one, or
79%.
79.
It's not 100%. It's pretty damn close. Valkyrie like just would be cool. It's been teased,
Definitely.
right? And Mantis, I just want to like complete my Guardian set.
Me too.
Yes. Tom, you want Mantis as well.
Oh, 100. She's like I wanted her before Nebula, to be honest. Because for me,
Really?
Third
Yeah, because
party?
in the comics, Mantis was actually a Guardians of the Galaxy member, whereas Nebula never was. Nebula
Right.
was always a villain.
Right.
So Mantis was a character that should have been in my core Guardians from the get-go. So when they announced her for the second movie, I'm like, oh, great, we're going to get a figure. I'm going to continue building my Guardians from the comics in movie form, yada, yada. And Nebula, they made good with the character in the movie, kind of transitioning her over to the side of good by Endgame and whatnot. But Mantis, I need. And her and Drax are my favorite parts of Infinity War and Guardians 2. It's like,
Drax is amazing. The fact that they only have one Drax figure and no Mantis figure after 3 movies she's been in, right? Has it been 3 or 4?
it's been
3.
Well, technically 3 if you consider her like scant appearance in Endgame.
Yeah. Still ridiculous.
Yeah.
Really should have a Mantis figure.
But she was key in the Infinity War battle on Titan. Like she's the one who held Thanos down while they were almost getting the gauntlet off. Like people like to give Peter Quill a whole hell of a lot of shit for
Meanwhile,
screwing up that moment.
Star-Lord screwed it all up, and we have 3 of him.
Yep.
All right.
Whoa! Whose predictions are these?
These are my predictions.
I like it.
Moleculate is, for all intents and purposes, dead in the water. The John Lennon came out not as horrific as everybody expected it to be, and it actually did get delivered. I think the site is now down. They did have people pre-ordering this Willy Wonka, and the sculpt looked very good. My prediction is that Blitzway is going to pick up a lot of these licenses from.
That was my thought. The second I saw him, I'm like, "That's a Blitzway figure." Because the question, actually, before we get back to this real quick, did we ever see a pre-order go live for the Keanu Reeves Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
That's a good question. I haven't. I didn't pay attention to it, but I haven't seen it.
So they're on the Hot Toys train with we show figures that people get excited for and then never do it. Okay.
Yeah. But Blitzway, I think is kind of just getting. It's weird because they started out as a smaller thing with some niche, but they're getting their shit together. They got K.A. Kim now on board to be a sculptor, and she didn't do this sculpt for Moleculate. And she may not do it for them either, but I could see this is the type of thing I could see them picking up because those pieces are going to be falling apart. There's no way these licensors, I don't have inside information, I'm trying to get it, but that they're pulling out. But I mean, you got to be pulling out when the company isn't delivering the products that's based on your license. So these are all up for, I could see Travis Bickle coming from Blitzway for sure. I mean, they had Hannibal Lecter. I can see that type of character coming from them. They could be that company that comes out with some really great sculpts and some nice clothes. And
the fact that Hot Toys is going more into the pop culture route, it'd be great for someone else to pick up the Movie Masters series, is what Hot Toys started, and actually doing some classic movie stuff.
Right.
The collectors have been like, "Oh, please stop with the superheroes.
Right.
Come on with more movies." Right. Like, yeah. Have another company like Blitzway who's shown that they could do great-looking sculpts, great-looking quality, clothing.
Yep.
Perfect for them.
Yeah, the reason that Willy Wonka's out there is there was a custom years ago. It was beautiful. Sculpt was okay. It wasn't great. Clothes were great and everything, and it's a classic movie, and it's a niche market for this stuff, obviously, but they're the kind of people. I mean, like Hannibal Lecter again is also a niche market character.
And I want to see Gene Wilder, more of Gene Wilder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Representation in our fine community.
Absolutely. Maybe what was that movie with Richard Pryor?
They did a lot of movies together, didn't they?
No, the main one where he was blind and
Hear no evil, see no evil.
Hear no evil, see no evil. Yeah, that was a great movie. Radagast.
It's a good poll.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen now for SDCC, but I think it's going to happen. I mean, if they're going to get this Crown Series with the sculpting and the beards going, I love Sylvester McCoy. I loved him as Doctor Who. He was a great Doctor Who.
Would you want to see sculpted eyebrows? I feel like he needs, like, not sculpted, beaded eyebrows.
Yeah, let's give him haired eyebrows. That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing.
That's a Crown Series figure right there.
Such a great character. I mean, just, very small part in a movie, but they've done other, small characters from Lord of the Rings. They have the license. Do it. They'll do it.
I would love to see it. There's just one thing that's always bothered me about the movie Radagast is I want to wash his side of his head so badly. It bothers me so much that there's just bird shit caked to the side of his head for obvious reasons, because when he takes off his hat, there's a bird living in it.
Mm-hmm.
But
that sounds like therapy more than anything else.
I just want to wash him. I just want to bathe him.
I want to wash you. I just want to wash you. The Persian Warriors from 300.
What they called, the Immortals?
Yeah, the Persian Immortal. Well, they're
I think.
But they were the Persian Warriors too. So yes, the Immortals. 300. Star Race has this license. If this is not a human likeness, you could nail this shit, Star Race, and you think you should do it. I don't know why they haven't done this. They've done so many characters from 300 that have fallen flat and didn't need to be made, and yet they haven't made these guys. I don't get it.
What's her name, right?
Gorgo?
What?
Yeah.
The Queen?
Yeah.
Is that the one from the second movie? No, I'm thinking of what's her name.
No. I know you're talking about. I can't think of her name. Yes, but yes, they did her too. Yeah. Like, why? So. You know what I mean? Like, it was just.
I remember seeing that movie in the theater, and I was also thinking, why?
Oh yeah, that's the truth too. Second movie did not mean to be made, but I would just like that to go along with Leonidas. That would be complete. That shelf. That's me. Take it away, Tom.
All right. So my number one prediction for like long shot stuff that like it's a 50-50 whether we get it or not is that this whole time Hot Toys has been sitting back watching the fervor over JB doing the custom work for Spider-Man, this new young rich Spider-Man going out there, and they're just like, just you wait, and they're just going to surprise us all at Comic-Con. As the only reason why I have not thrown money down.
I know.
Young rich pre-order. But part of me is like, do I really think that they're making a whole hell of a lot of the young rich figure, and should maybe I throw down and just burn $29 as a just in case to lock it down? Because it's a tough question.
That is a tough call. I feel like it's $29. It's a $29 deposit.
It's $29, yeah. I mean, I've thrown $30 away on more things than that.
Oh, yeah, I know. So, and you're going to get something out of it, supposedly.
Yeah,
I mean,
and only for $190.
Your money back, or you're going to get a figure. So
yeah,
whatever.
I really do think that Hot Toys would be missing a huge, huge market by skipping this movie if they have the license rights, which they clearly shown they have, at least in Cos Baby scale.
Yeah. Is there anything outside of the Cos Babies though that they've? Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of a segue to it though. That you could say that they're going to do a sculpt. I mean, it's not like it's rocket science. I mean, you can get a sculptor to do this, but they've never done that sort of animated look before.
So I would say that, however, a couple years back they did a Tim Burton figure. Do you remember that? They did a Tim Burton like special show.
Beetlejuice?
No. It's like it's based off of a Tim Burton drawing. I don't know if you've ever seen Tim Burton's drawings.
Oh yeah.
So like they have shown that they can do like kind of conceptual.
Oh, I totally remember that. Yeah.
So like I want to see Hot Toys stretch their legs and jump out of the hyper realistic, because you could still make, like, look, we were talking about the JB toys, right? And how that's better than the Young Rich. Clearly there is a one-to-one comparison to be made, like how they do with the video game series, right? Like it's not an actor, but they're still nailing the one-to-one.
Right.
And they could do it with the Spider-Man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my hope. That's my number one big hope for Comic-Con is
clothing wise. I don't know if you're going to get anything better than the Young Rich clothing.
Probably not. It'll probably be about the same, but I think the quality of the body.
Yeah.
That's my one thing about buying any of these secondary market
is the bodies.
The bodies are always like loosey-goosey, or they kind of like lose.
And this is an interesting body, because this is not you can't just buy this body. And the only thing I've seen that comes close to the proportions of this, which really still wouldn't work, would be that Asmus teenage body, which could be the basis for it. But it's meant to be like a very young, thin, preteen teenager, not like a.
For me, when I see
14,
the body of this, I instantly think of the Ashley Wood style 3A figures, because they're very stylized.
That would be awesome.
And they're the right size, right? Like, do you remember the Spider Boy and Spider Bot figure that they did?
That reminds me so much of that. I have that, and that figure, that the boy himself, the Peter Parker version.
Yeah, I love it.
Down that line, yeah.
And I think that like, honestly, throw this costume on that body, and it's kind of like perfect, right?
Yep.
So that's the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Poe, we've already belabored this a second ago.
Poe, yeah.
I do think that we'll see the new Poe
I think so
costume.
too. Yeah. I think you might be right that this is dead too. Sadly, I think you might be right that the pilot is dead.
Also, he didn't really rock the pilot suit as much in The Force Awakens to say this is the costume to go with.
Yeah.
That's the one thing like when they showed this, I was like, no, I love the pilot's like look.
Yeah.
From Star Wars, and I would totally have gotten it if this is what they did. But I would have rathered, personally, they did, here's Poe wearing his other clothes.
Yeah. Which he did throughout the Last Jedi. So yeah, which was whatever.
Yeah, let's
and I hope I got this right picture, because I am not a Transformers person.
Not even close. This is the terrible Michael Bay Megatron.
Yeah.
My prediction was for the DLX series to continue, because I did Blitzwing was the villain so far. We have Bumblebee and we have Optimus. Soundwave was my fourth figure from that.
It's not Soundwave?
No. Soundwave is the guy who has the tape deck in his chest.
Yeah, I know the classic one, but I thought this was the Michael Bay one. Somebody had this posted.
Excuse me. We're not talking about Michael Bay. The DLX is based off of the Bumblebee movie, which he actually looks like Soundwave from the old cartoons.
Oh, I didn't realize that he was actually in the Bumblebee movie.
Yes, they have multiple scenes back on Cybertron where you not only see Soundwave, you see a lot of the classic characters. That's why we got Optimus.
Not really.
It's because of his scenes on Cybertron.
Okay.
Granted, Optimus shows up in hologram form on Earth a couple times, which I'm guessing is why they're doing an Optimus. Also, he's the biggest character. But I want to see... Soundwave was probably the second biggest of the classic Transformers to show up.
Gotcha.
And that's why I'm hoping to God we get Soundwave. I would also take Shockwave as well.
Okay. Disregard this, because I'm in post. It's going to be Soundwave. Don't worry about it.
No, leave it as is. I want your shame to be out there for the world that you thought.
Yeah, I'm so ashamed that I don't know my Transformers. I'm really...
He's 1/6 shooter on Instagram, also on Facebook. Let him have it.
All over the place. Twitter too. Twitter's the best. You can just
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tweet barrage him.
Exactly. All right. So those are our predictions. What are your predictions? Let us know in the comments below.
Why are there so many Hellboys here? What's going on?
I don't know. It just happened to be a background that I had. I didn't have time to change it. Don't point out the bad things, Tom. I mean,
well, I just use the San Diego Comic-Con logo or something like that. Like, what is my Hellboy?
All right. Well, all right. That's two I've screwed up. All right. Fine. Whatever. Just tell us what your predictions are. Don't forget to subscribe to the Exclude channel. We got a lot of new stuff coming on. A lot of new shows. Pick or Pass. You guys are probably going to be on Pick or Pass pretty soon, I'm sure.
Supposed to be recording that maybe today. Actually.
Oh, that's right. So check that out. Look for us at San Diego Comic-Con. Maybe the next time you see us, depending on how things go. We'll try to get in one more show before then, but if not, we'll all be there. So sayonara for now.
Next episode, oh man, San Diego Comic-Con could be our 10th episode.
I think it'll be a special, but maybe.
Else.
We'll see. But thanks for sticking with us through single digits. We're on to double digits now. Take care.
Eli, stay. Eli, can you hear me? Eli, turn around. Sit. Eli, sit. Eli.